Ready or not, it's time for another adventure in the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Today, our mission is to tackle a trip through history over in West Necluda. Alright, boys and girls, strap yourselves in and let's crash this party. This quest kicks off in Kakaro Village, right along the main path outside the chief's place. The quickest way there is by fast traveling to the Kakaro Shrine and gliding down. You can do this quest at any point, before or after the Secret of the Ring Ruins. The main difference is the dialogue. There's also a side quest that if you haven't completed it, might mean some of the Ring Ruins are still crawling with monsters. I'm doing it after. And if you're new or haven't been following along, no worries, I'll leave all the links down in the description. If you take a look around, you'll spot our buddy Bugget. He's either wandering along the path here or popping out of the inn. Go ahead and chat him up to see what he's up to. He'll ask if you've come to see the Ring Ruins because that's why he's here, so that must be why you're here. He'll let you know that you'll probably bump into him again if you're sightseeing too. And if you're curious, he suggests asking the Zonai Survey team or the village chief. You'll find both near one of the Ring Ruins. There are 5 in total, and each has a stone slab with ancient Zonai writing. These messages are actually what brought him here in the first place. But there's just one problem. Of course there is. He's got a serious fear of heights. All the ruins are perched up high, and while he did manage to learn what was written on the slab in the one ruin that used to be off limits, unless of course you haven't done the Secret of the Ring Ruins, in which case it's still off limits, he has no idea what's on the other 4 slabs, and his curiosity is eating him alive. And that's where we come in. I've mapped out the path of least resistance, so stick with me and I'll show you the way. And if it helps, you can even pin the ruins with the colored lights for easier tracking. So let's start at the Kakaro Shrine. And if you don't have that one done, I'll leave a link down below. From there, let's head toward the device dispenser. Then follow that wooden path that leads straight to the nestled Ring Ruin. And if you need a map that shows you all of the Ring Ruins, I've left one down below. Once you reach the end of the wooden path, you'll be inside the ruins. Loop around to find the folding table with a book. This is your first slab. Examine the book, and when you're done, use Ascent to get out of there. Next, we want to head towards that wooden path that we just came from, past the device dispenser and toward the southern Ring Ruin. When you see the tent outside, hang a left. Walk past the campfire, up the little stairs, and boom, another folding table with a book. Read Toro's notes, and you've knocked out number 2. For the third one, retrace your steps, but this time, continue straight when you reach the opening. If you look forward, you'll see some big hills, and you'll spot the large Ring Ruin. Hard to miss, it's massive. But don't head into the ruin itself. The book that we need is actually on the scaffolding in front of it. The platform is surrounded by a little moat since it's sitting above the Lantern Lake, so we want to actually glide in from this little hill in front. I recommend switching to your climbing gear to make the climb easier and save stamina. Don't have the gear? I've got a link for that below too. And once you're at the top of the hill, glide down towards the scaffolding. You probably won't make it all the way, and that's fine. Just get underneath and ascend up from the platform. Be careful not to step directly on the slab or a survey team member will give you a scolding. Haha. Find the folding table and check out Toro's notes. And that's 3. The difficulty on getting to the last one depends on whether you've completed the Secret of the Ring Ruins, because the off limits one is in between us and the next one. So you can go around the long way if you're cautious, but I found that you can kind of go forward and then turn to try not to get caught by Caleb, but I'm not sure. Just make sure that you go far enough away to get around him. But if you're really not sure, just kind of go all the way around. But once you're across, head to the ruin and look for a small cubby. Use a scent to pop up at the top. Then walk across. Inside, you'll find the final folding table. Read the notes, and just like that, you're all done. Now let's head back to the main street in the village and track down Bugget again. You'll find him roaming the same area where you first met him. Talk to him and let him know that you've been to the ring ruins. You'll need to tell him about each slab, one by one. And here's what they say. The first one says that back in ancient Hyrule, people known as sages protected the kingdom. The second one reveals that there were once people blessed by wind, fire, water, lightning, time, and light, and they used secret stones to amplify their powers. The third slab says that in an ancient battle, the king and all the sages fought the Demon King but couldn't defeat him. Still, they left behind a glimmer of hope for the future. The last one is kind of interpreted by Bugget, and he says that it's not enough to be exceptional, but that you need a secret stone to be a sage, or at least that's the way it seems. But as Bugget starts piecing it together and starts connecting the clues from the team members and the floating ruins up north, he thinks Minoru is offering some kind of message, but ultimately, he throws up his hands and says puzzles are giving him a headache. And that's okay, because we get it. And if you don't, check out the links in the description. I've got you. In the end, Bugget still walks away with a solid history lesson, and he thanks you with one of his favorite travel essentials. Thunderwing butterflies ×3. Stick those in your little pockets, as he tells you that they're rare, only show up in the rain, and that he caught these in the Faron region, and that you can cook them with any monster part, and you've got yourself an electricity-resistant elixir. Super handy for your travels. And that's a wrap. Booyah! And if you ever get stuck or need any help with any part of this quest or any other video, you can always reach me on here, on Instagram, Facebook, or on Discord. I'd be happy to walk you through it. I also want to give out a huge thanks to my Patreon supporters for helping me keep this content going. And if you'd like to support me too, you can check out my Ko-fi page for tips and extra goodies. And if this walkthrough helped you out, give that like button a little tap, hit subscribe for more gaming goodness, and spread the word to your fellow adventurers. Got any questions or thoughts? Drop them in the comments below. I am all ears. Until next time, this is KKJinxx, over and out.